Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard the news, and this was a huge shocker when I first found out. Legendary Power Ranger actor J.C. David Freight unfortunately has passed away from taking his own life, which is very unfortunate because you we never ever see these things coming, and seeing how he was suffering from, depression and all that, I think it's best to, look back on him fondly. And, Dino Thunder is one of my favorite seasons of all time. It's actually in my top five. And I wanted to just count down my top 10 favorite Tommy Oliver episodes. And let me just say, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Have you ever met JDF? What was he like? If you ever met him, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to. But start off this list, I'm gonna start with his last appearance, which was Dimensions in Danger, Super Ninja Steel. Even though both Ninja Steel seasons were pretty bad, I would say this is probably one of the only like three episodes of the series I actually enjoyed. And just watching something translate from the comics into the show with Tommy's Master Morpher was pretty awesome. Watching him morph into all these different Ranger forms, all his former Ranger forms, just into one Morpher was pretty badass. It just took me back to, the Zeo days, the Mighty Morphin days, even um, Dino Thunder when he morphed into that. I mean, it was just a really awesome battle, and Dimensions in Danger was probably one of the only like redeeming qualities of Super Ninja Steel. So yes, number 10, I'm gonna go with Dimensions in Danger. Number 9, I'm gonna go with Passing the Torch. This was, his last appearance as Tommy for a while, and it was a shocker because a lot of people wasn't expecting him to leave. And you know Turbo was definitely, a lot of fans can agree, Turbo was definitely a step down from Zeo, but I think a lot of fans now have more of appreciation for it. However, watching him pass the torch on TJ and the other Rangers as well, minus Justin, it was a new era that we were seeing in Power Rangers that kept the show new and fresh when it comes to new Rangers every single year, even though we were still in a Zordon era, and this was the last that we saw of JDF as Tommy until Forever Red. And what a way to go out. So number 9 is Passing the Torch. Number 8, this, I'm gonna have to go with Another Song and Dance. This is from Zeo. This is Zeo's one of my favorite seasons, and this is also one of Nikita's Baris's favorite episodes. This might seem corny to some, but I thought it was freaking hilarious watching Tommy and in Nakia's character. Tommy and Tanya sing all their lines throughout the whole episode. It might seem corny to some, but I mean, hey, it's Power Rangers for a reason. So, yes, I suggest people watch this episode because it's really funny, and I think it's kind of underrated. So yes, Another Song and Dance, number 8. Number 7, I'm gonna have to go with Legacy of Power. This from Dino Thunder. This was this was right after Tommy got captured by Mezagog and his minions, and after Ethan, Kira, and Connor were looking to track down Doctor Oliver. They found his his diary, his video diary, which turned out to be a history of his life, a history of Power Rangers, which is when they found out he was a Power Ranger, and to see his story from Mighty Morphin all the way to Ninja Steel, even all those seasons he missed, was freaking incredible. And his knowledge on all the other Ranger teams that he was not a part of, and the Rangers, even the Rangers that he teamed up with in Forever Red, was truly a sight to see, and was a great. I think this was, I believe, the 500th episode of Power Rangers, and it was a great way to. This was a great tribute episode. So, so number 8, I'd say, um, Legacy of Power. So, mm, number 7, um, number 7. I'm gonna have to go with a Mighty Morphin episode, and that's Green with Evil. And this might be very low on the list to some. However, I think that this is one of, I mean, obviously, this is one of the best episodes, but I think there are better Tommy centric episodes than this. Of course, we were been introduced to Tommy from this episode, and it was definitely memorable watching him fight Jason in the Dark Dimension and watching him beat the Rangers out of the Zord. So that was really fun to watch. So yes, number six uh, is number 6 is Green with Evil. Number 5, I'm gonna have to go with Back in Black, which is the episode 5 of Dino Thunder, one of my favorite Dino Thunder episodes. Tommy, after being captured by Mesogog, is rescued by Ethan, Connor, and Kira, and by a stroke of luck, he's the stone that he has carries a Dino gem in it, which has the power of invisibility. And I like the self awareness of him not being a ranger in a while fighting Zeltrax, and the color joke of him having to go out and get black. And this is probably one of the best episodes in regards to Tommy and just the Dino Thunder series overall. Next up, number 4, I'm gonna have to go uh another another Zeo episode, and that's King for a Day. This is this is a continued episode from the previous episode. Tommy disappears, everyone's looking for him. It turns out he's captured by the Machine Empire and practically brainwashed into thinking that he's the king of the Machine Empire, and he's forced to fight Jason. And this time around, it was a little different. And I mean, every time Jason and Tommy fight each other, it's always freaking awesome. But this time around, Jason was the sixth ranger and Tommy was the leader, and dynamic I actually kind of uh that's kind of my preference. But this was really awesome, an awesome callback to the Green with Evil episode, and also the Green Candle episode. Jason feeling some sort of remorse for having Tommy lose his powers, and he's not gonna let Tommy down again. So yes, this is a really awesome episode of Zeo. King for a Day. Next, number three, I'm gonna have to go with White Lights, one of the highest rated episodes of Power Rangers in just in Power Ranger history, and I don't think that we got the highest ratings that we got since MMPR was In Space and then Lost Galaxy. And White Light, after Tommy loses his powers, we thought that was it. We thought that was over. It was done with, and we were going to get new a new White Ranger that is a completely different person from Tommy. And you know the fans love Jason David Frank so much, and the kids wanted him to stay on the show instead of getting his own show, which was going to be filmed right next door to MMPR. They kept him on. I'm not entirely sure why they made him the leader. I actually prefer him better in the Sixth Ranger role, but the suit is slick and badass, and just that imagery of Billy, the closing episode of part one, I believe, of Billy spying on Alpha and Zordon, seeing them create a new Ranger was really insightful. So, yes, number three, White Light. Number two, one of the best episodes of all time, in my opinion, Forever Red. This is a crossover episode with all the Red Rangers from MMPR all the way to Wild Force. The only Ranger that we missed was Steve Cardenas because he changed his address and didn't give anyone his notice on his new address or when he was moving or anything. But Tommy coming back with short hair and everyone making fun of his hair, and seeing all the Red Rangers morph alongside each other, and seeing Jason David Frank resume that role as leader from, Zeo and Turbo, but with all the other Red Rangers was really awesome. And watching them fight alongside each other is so freaking badass. And I watched this episode over and over, and I never ever get tired of it. And number one, finally, my favorite all-time episode of Power of JDF's character Tommy Oliver is Fighting Spirit from Dino Thunder. And this, I believe this aired on the anniversary that MMPR was first released, I believe. And this, JDF was, his character Tommy was stuck in his ranger form, and he was able to get out, but unfortunately it left his dino gem cracked and put him in a coma, and he has to fight for his life while he's in a coma, but with his former ranger selves, Zeo, White Mighty Morphin, and Green Mighty Morphin. Unfortunately, we didn't get the turbo fight in there, probably because he doesn't have the morpher anymore, or probably because he passed the morpher on to TJ, and he just holds on to the other morphers from the other Rangers that he transformed into. Maybe that's why. But this is probably one of the best episodes regarding Tommy. And after he wakes up, he helps the Rangers defeat the monster and finally activate Super Dino mode, and helps them get their powers back that the monster stole from them. So yes, those are my top 10 favorite Tommy Oliver episodes. Let me know what yours are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.